Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Scotty Jarrett. I would like to discuss my data action plan. From the island of Japan in Misawa at the Edrin High School Math Department, grading age levels 7 to 12th graders, ages 12 to 17-year-olds. Let's take a first look at our reviewing existing data and asking questions. I highlighted our fields here to correspond to particular colors, yellow, blue, and purple. So the first thing we wanted to know is, what do we immediately notice or wonder about our particular colors here? The yellow area is 11th graders in the language area. So in our wondering and notice protocol, we noticed the 2011-2012 7th grade class outperformed each grade every year from 2012 to 2014. We wondered why our 11th graders performed poorly every year and why all grades perform poorly in language. In our exploratory questions, how do we currently teach blended math, and why do our students struggle with reading and writing as part of math word problems? What precisely are students having difficulty on regarding reading and writing strategies? So taking a second look at our microdata, we changed the color code, and here you see we have a lot of green area here, which reflects a 3-point above mastery level, which is very good for our students and very good for us to brief to our administration. Now looking at our microdata. And looking at our microdata, what I learned in comparing microdata and macrodata is that the big picture does not tell the complete story of the student's attitude and aptitude. Here we had our students complete their worksheets using a pen and paper method. And later I will discuss in our shared dilemma protocol. In our second meeting, triangulating the data, we had to ask tougher questions. What specifically are the students doing incorrectly? And what instructional strategies do we need to remove or improve on? As Venable stated, triangulation is the messiest. In our revised artifact tracking sheet, as you can see, we made more specific artifact types and detailed observed learning gaps and instructional gaps. In our third meeting, determining gaps and goals, the key is unlocking our gaps and linking our strategies to get to our SMART goal. In our fourth meeting, planning for action, we initially, when we identified the learning gaps and recommended the new instructional tactics, student workboard, assignments, smart board challenge, game and simulation activities, we went to revise the tactic methods. And when we revised our tactic methods, we went to more detail to what did we want the students to do. So the students would take turns and practice in solving these systems. We would create game and simulations. We would put them in individual and group timed events to increase and make challenging lesson plans. In our shared dilemma protocol, how to continue letting students use the internet to finish math problems. This was an issue throughout one of our meetings. One teacher commented that the internet is dangerous. This was interesting to me, so I wanted to know how to stop students from cheating using the internet. So we required the students to complete their works in pen and pencil as far as the pen and paper method. All the teachers in the math department made this change. In our final meeting, evaluating success and determining the next step, we wanted to revise the data action plan and brief it at the end of the school year. We wanted to add the data action plan to the teacher's calendar for the fall semester, and we wanted to make sure that the data action plan was implemented 8 weeks prior to the school breaks. In my conclusion and insight, in my learning experience, what I learned is we must have fun in this exercise in this developing this data action plan because it is very it's time consuming and it takes a lot of collaboration for us to get together and make a meaningful tool to improve our student learning. We must find clever ways to motivate our students and keep them excited about learning. We must continue our professional development process. And my strength, I would say leading the meetings and teamwork. It was exciting getting together and discussing students and getting to learn different learning strategies. As far as the further growth, say time management. Looking back on the meetings and the time allotted for reviewing and recreating lessons, it's overwhelming. The time available is very limited. So we must make every minute count in our student days. In conclusion, I would like to thank everyone who helped me in this presentation. I would like to thank the Eldrin High School and Mr. Joe Lemire for giving me the opportunity to be part of a great learning experience. I wish the best for him and his staff for creating a warm and pleasant learning environment. I'd like to say thank you and have a nice day.